Welcome to the ESI Africa studio, coming to you from the African Utility Week. For a panel interview right now, I have three guests who are from my far left is Brian Williams, Nelly Siwe-Makubane, and Paul Yilia. Thank you guys for joining me. Today we're going to be talking about smart cities in Africa. My first question goes to you, Nelly. What programs are needed in driving capacity building to realize smart cities?
I think the most important thing is actually the deployment of ICT, because that's how we are going to make sure that you improve your communication between people and also communication between your gadgets. So therefore, you need to be able to make sure that you just don't roll out energy, but also you must also roll out ICT. But also what is required is it's a different way of thinking. In other words, we might find that we don't need huge transmission lines crisscrossing the country anymore. We probably need to have localized energy solutions. We need to have localized water provision.
So in terms of technologies and solutions, which one would you advise that governments invest in, Brian?
Yeah, good question. So picking up from what Nelly said around ICT investments, the one that has the most enduring impact will be a platform that allows citizens to trust the services that they're going to be provided. So, it's in my mind there are three parts to that. The one is ease of use. The second part is the trust factor I mentioned, and then the third part is the regulatory context that will allow competition for the citizen to receive those services. And I'll note, I don't think it's particularly about electricity or water, but really all about citizen engagement. So, I think as the situation evolves in Africa, I think you were alluding to microgrids and other mechanisms of consuming energy and water. The mechanism in the end that I think makes it durable are those platforms that allow us basically to trade with each other. Whether it's myself with a large provider or myself with my neighbor.
Paul, what's your take on this?
Well, I like the way the conversation is going, because I'm already hearing some statements that are very interesting when you look at a smart city with regards to the water energy food nexus, which is really close to my heart and what I do. I think it's important to talk about smart cities and the use of information, communication and technology. But also new ideas, as Nelly mentioned, if we want to have more output for the input we put into having a smart city, then we need new ways of thinking. And one new way of thinking is, of course, the holistic approach to managing water, to managing energy, and to managing food, and also some other sectors that are related to these three. And I usually use a simple analogy, and I say, if you look at a smartphone, of course there's a lot of emphasis in the definition of a smart city as ICT, but look at a smartphone. In the past, we needed a camera, we needed a telephone, we needed a computer, but today we have all of this integrated in one system for a price of less than one of those in the past. And look at the output. We are even getting more out of it than we are getting from the individual things as we used to have them. And this is an integrated system. And for me, I think if we also could look at the sectors as integrated, and we can coordinate investment in all these sectors at the same time, then we can put in less and get more out of it for the benefits of society and the improvement of the welfare of our citizens.
Thank you, Paul. Interesting views. In 30 seconds, is there anything you'd like to add, Nelly Siwe?
Yes, I think I cannot agree more with Mr. Williams here around the issue of governance. One of the things that are going to be really important is people need to make sure that they trust their providers of services. They need to make sure then that whatever it is that they are receiving, they feel that they're getting value for their money.
Brian?
Yeah, very quickly. I think the focus on customer happiness. Customers, happy customers are also good paying customers.
True. In closing, Paul?
In addition to governance, I will also add the enabling environment. Because for integration to work across sectors, you need that enabling environment that makes the barriers, this silo thinking between sectors break down, and understand that integration is good, but coordination is even better.
Thank you all for your time. Thank you for watching. I'm Babalwa Pungane, copy editor of ESI Africa, coming to you from the African Utility Week.